Hi, this is Stephen Gandolfi coming to you once again from the tasting room here at Westport Whiskey and Wine, and with me is Timothy Van Riper. We're going to be talking about this week's flight. Before we do that, as always, we'll talk about this week's events coming up. Tuesday here at the store we'll have co-brand port tasting for $15. There's still seats open for that. Wednesday is filling up very quickly. It's adult mac and cheese, and that is going to be a pairing of cheese and Macallan Scotch. Thursday we've got two events. Tim will be doing bar night again, and it'll be ours versus theirs. I'll let him talk about that here in a second. At the same time at Provence, $79 a plate, there will be an event called He Said, She Said with wine specialists and couple, Julie DeFriend and David DeBow. And if you haven't been to an event with either of them, this is going to be a very interesting and compelling event. I might skip bar night. I'm probably going to go to that one. Friday night, Emily Holt, the tiny attorney. She will be here doing a beer night event, fall favorites. I'm not quite sure what she has lined up for that. We'll talk about a couple different things, but she's a lady who knows her beer, and it should be a fun event. On to this week's flight. No, it's not 30 whiskeys.
It's 4 whiskeys.
4 whiskeys for under $30.
Roughly under $30.
On the shelf. The flight itself is going to be much less expensive. Some of these we've touched on. One or two of these have been in flights already, and that's just because we at the store really like these whiskeys.
Yeah.
But we'll let Tim talk about them. We'll start off with the Rebel Yell 100.
Got the Rebel Yell 100. It's a great entry-level bourbon, great weeded bourbon, especially for all you Weller chasers. You can't find Weller on the shelf. Grab some Rebel Yell 100. Relatively available. We said around $30 or less. It's an excellent expression of what like a weeded bourbon should be.
And as the first of 2 rectified bourbons on this list, we know for a fact that Rebel Yell is sourced from Heaven Hill.
Right.
We'll touch base on this one here in a second, which we suspect is sourced from Heaven Hill. Not definitively answered though. But yeah, this is one that since it's hit the shelves, everybody goes, well, I don't really like Rebel Yell. I don't care if you don't like Rebel Yell. This is head and shoulders above regular Rebel Yell. It's 100% worth trying. Cooper's Craft.
Moving on, we have Cooper's Craft 100. This gets overlooked a lot. Cooper's Craft did an expression before this, the Blue Label, which a lot of people turn their nose up at. I don't believe in bad whiskey. There's just better whiskey, and this whiskey is leaps and bounds better than what the Blue Label was.
Yeah, and as an interesting note, right? So Rebel Yell, it's an okay whiskey. Regular Cooper's Craft, it's an okay whiskey.
Sure.
These are both big step ups from their predecessor. Yeah. One of the best things I think about the new Cooper's Craft Reserve is really rich, kind of oily mouthfeel. There's a lot of oaky, kind of nutty characteristic there. There's that definitive nutty, banana-y, Brown-Forman kind of character in there if you go looking for it, with some really nice, subtle, spicy undertones. And moving on to one of the store favorites.
Yeah.
David Nicholson.
We sell so much of this.
I know we've done 1843 in a flight before.
We have.
But I don't think we've done...
I don't think we've done the...
Big Brother.
It's Big Brother. It's big, high rye, 7-year-old, supposedly 7-year-old high rye bourbon. Once again, another great whiskey that I think gets overlooked most places. Maybe not here, because we all really, really do love this whiskey a whole lot. So we talk about it a whole lot. We sell what we like, right? So
Yeah. Really clean, sort of lighter profile, especially for a high rye whiskey. It's a nebulous term I think we all try to shy away from, but it is light and smooth. I wouldn't say thin, but it is just kind of lean and easy drinking. But that doesn't really qualify all the kind of like lovely peppery spicy notes that are in here, as well as the kind of more tannic nut kind of characteristics. Think pecan shell, that kind of stuff.
Then finally we have the Early Times Bottled in Bond. Hands down, probably one of my favorite Bottled in Bond whiskeys. Great to sip, works outstanding in a cocktail. It makes a kick-ass old-fashioned.
And to step outside of the realm of this flight, at $26 for a liter, at the intersection of cost and quality, there are a few whiskeys that I could recommend as highly as the ETBIB.
Yeah.
So, there you have it. 30. God,
The four whiskeys
under 30.
Under $30. It should have
You
been.
should be drinking.
You should be drinking already.
Should have been drinking. We shouldn't have to tell you about this stuff. Should be about $15. We'll do it for $10, just like we did it for bar night the other night. And speaking of, this week's bar night is
It's gonna be us versus them. We're gonna grab a handful of our expressions that we've done single barrels of, and we're gonna put them up blind against your everyday shelfers, and we'll see who comes out on top. I'm gonna put all our money on us, but I mean, you guys be the choice. You guys make your choice. You make the call. We'll see how it goes.
I love doing that event. The ours versus theirs is always fun.
Yeah.
But there you have it. Whiskeys, I'm not going to give you a number. It's $10. We know we talked about what they are. They're good. They're a certain price. There's a certain number of them. Come drink them. And bother Tim. He'll be in the bar more than me these days moving forward. Have a good week, y'all.
Bye.